Hi everyone, thank you all for joining me. I'll clear out some space behind this. And while I do that, you guys can already see the human profile here. There's a few of them. He's got this hat on, but I want to get this stuff out from behind it so you get a really clear shot. So this effigy has a lot of images on it. It has not only this fella here with his lips here, you've probably already seen. Of course, that perfect curved nose. I'll move him around just a little bit so you guys can see there. And I just want to take a little bit of a look at this paint. This paint is incredible. And the way that the other artifact is coming behind here, it almost looks like that's the bird's beak for the bird on top of the head, doesn't it? There may have been a piece on there at one time. So, we'll have stacks of faces on here. So we'll have one pointing to the left as well. And then we have this one on the right. Move our camera around just a little bit. This is the crested bird, kind of a prehistoric bird. I'll move over so I don't get in the shadows here. But the 3D art, this layer of color, the more that you look at it, you guys, it doesn't pop right out, immediately. But the more that you start to see it, the more you'll start to recognize it here. You can probably recognize one on top as well. So, just wanted to share this one with you guys and just check in with y'all, see how you guys are doing. And so we have bird people, humans that are turned into birds, of course. And of course we have these characters here that you can see. So it is of course a pareidolia type of art, but you can see this giant face. Hopefully you guys can see that, right? And if you look at the color of the sand or this clay pottery stuff here that you can see how it is different colors, sometimes even striped. And as we talk about, migratory people couldn't create 5 or 6 different statues. Carrying around all those statues would get heavy. So they did develop a way to put several images on one. And just looking at these designs on here, you can see how perhaps what we have here on this side is a mammoth represented. Perhaps it's a little tough for me to make that one out. You wouldn't have never thought that this one stone had all this color on it just at first glance, but here we are. We have our black-beaked fella here. So he's got his beak separated here with all these little designs, which we can zoom in on. But I want you guys to take a look at all the red spikes, kind of like a mohawk. So this pink section on the very top here has these red spots that are coming up. And it's a little bit awkward to hold, but I want to zoom in on this stuff right here so that you guys can see all these little petroglyphs and paintings on here. Try to keep our focus just perfect for us. It might be a little too close. There we go. That might just help to see the bird's head without the crest, because we're not used to seeing birds with crests on them, right? So it's dinosaur-y, To me, it kind of looks like a dinosaur, eh? Really faintly in different sections here, we'll be able to see other profiles, but I don't expect you guys to be able to see these ones yet. You might be able to see the carvings for the eyes, though. I know a lot of you guys have been studying this in your own backyards and know about it, so I wouldn't put it past you guys if you're able to see some of this stuff yet, but a lot of you guys are really getting into it, so that's awesome. Just wanted to share this one and check in with you guys, make sure everybody's doing good. I'm doing good. Got dinner on the stove. Gonna have to go in and eat some dinner. But as it gets a little bit darker, some of these actually get easier to see. You can see how it is like a totem pole, how we might have a bird head on the very top. And looking closer into these ghostly images here, you start to recognize the designs. They are almost like faces in the shadows or behind the trees and things. I just think it's really beautiful to look at this paint, knowing that it was created by these ancient people, and trying to figure it out is just a lot of fun. So you guys are going to spot different ones that I'm not able to see, and whenever you spot those, be sure to leave a timestamp. But we can see how these paintings are done on this. Let's take a look at one more. So here again, we have another painting and the light came on. That's nice. Actually kind of helps to see. So we just have the painting on the stone. We can see how the two eyes are represented. And of course the mouth. And I can go ahead and try to get him a little closer there so you can see with even more light. Isn't that pretty? And we can try to interpret some of this stuff together. We can see this straight trunk with the hump over here. So we'll more than likely have a charging mammoth on that side. Let's take a look at it a little closer. Very pretty stuff. Okay, I can see what we have here. So of course we have our in the black face. So you can see the eye, the nose, and the lips. The perfect silhouette there in the black. And it looks like he has something on his head. It's, you know, a lot of animalmorphic characters. So we can look in the black for the left side, you know, pointing this way portrait, just like on a coin. And there's some other ones in here too. And these get very small. Even on the stone art, I oftentimes notice that what we're doing sometimes is looking too far away. Looking at these details with the white speck for the eye, the other white speck. This portrait is facing at us. So it is a red or brown person. And you can see how the hair is separated up here. Just that little portrait right there, staring right at us. It looks like we have another one down here some way, somehow. And I believe this one is going to be in the white at the bottom here. So we can see how here we have this indentation here for the eye, down to a nose, down to a mouth, with the red hair coming up. And you'll probably be able to see other characters as well in that. And knowing the style, again, this both eyes here with the hair coming up and the mouth, and just recognizing the style and the, you know, just like all art, we have to kind of look at the styles of things, and whenever we're able to recognize one of them, we're able to see the other ones a lot easier. And really appreciate you guys joining me for this one. So thank you all for the support, and I'll catch you on the next one.